Hello, hello. Merry Christmas. I hope you are having or had a great Christmas. So what I would like to do today is go over my numbers with you. I'm going to tell you how much I sold on eBay, at least through this far. We do have one more week left in the year. I'm also going to tell you my totals from Etsy, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I will tell you how much I sold, how much of that was fees, what I brought home. I can estimate my buy cost on those items. I do not keep track item by item. I do money in, money out. I'll also kind of recap YouTube for you for the year, just give you an overall recap of 2022 for me. And this year I did become a full-time reseller. So I did quit my nursing job and transition into being full-time as both a reseller and a YouTuber. We have started some new ventures. And then what I will do next week on New Year's Day is go over my goals with you for the next year. So I will be completely transparent throughout this video. I will give you the dollar amounts. I will tell you what they are compared to last year, at least for eBay, because that's really easy for me to pull up. And I'll give you the actual dollar amounts for the other platforms as well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so if you know me, I am really bad about keeping track of my numbers. And I am going to start using a new program. It's called My Reseller Genie. They actually import your data from eBay. You can put in the cost of your items and it will tell you the profit. It'll tell you your fees and it'll really help you track the analytics. And it starts at $9.99 a month, goes up to $19.99. You just get some more features with it. It's pretty cool because you could print out stuff, hand it to an accountant, and you can keep a closer eye on your actual profits. And I do have a code, the Nurse Flipper, all one word, capital letters, no spaces. If you want to try it, you will get a discount by using my code. And I plan on starting to use it here soon. So I can't really share experiences from it, but I have heard from quite a few people who do really like it and say it's very valuable to being a reseller as far as keeping track of stuff. So if you want to go check that out, it's myresellergenie.com. You can use my code, the Nurse Flipper. So I'm going to go ahead and start with eBay. eBay is our biggest platform, and we this year, and I'm going to be looking down because I do have it on my screen. This year we sold $163,224.79, and that is up 39.3% from last year. So we increased sales almost 40%. So with that includes, I did give my notice in February. My goal was to give notice in December, and I got frustrated. I was stressed at work and said, forget it, I'm just doing it. Took a leap of faith and haven't really looked back. There have been some struggles. There still are struggles. I feel like I'm still kind of trying to adapt and find my footing. I have just hired an assistant who will be starting with me here in a couple of days. So I'm very excited about that. So eBay is up 39.3%, which is great. And out of that $163,224.79, it does include taxes, that does include fees, that does include shipping. So that is a big number. So what out of that $163,000 did I actually get? What came to my bank? $99,100. How close is that? I hope in the last week I can make another $800. $99,181.83. That is 36% up from last year. So my selling costs on eBay this year were $54,747. What that includes is it includes shipping, it includes taxes, and it includes eBay fees. So brought home $99,000. I did have 2 to 3 people listing for me most of the year this year. So I don't have my total of payroll, but I did pay out payroll, and Payroll for me generally is typically not more than about $2,000 a month. That will change with hiring Lynn full-time to be an assistant. So that will change, and hopefully our sales will go up. And I'll go over what my goals are with you next week on New Year's Day. The quantity that we sold was 3,900 items throughout the year. That is an increase of 25.2% over the year before. Our average sales price per item over the whole year, and I know a lot of you like to give me crap about my little $5 and $10 and $15 sales, but on 3,900 sales, our sales average was $41.85. That is an increase of 11.3% over last year. Now, I want to tell you how much was auction, how much was buy it now. Gonna give you all the breakdowns that eBay is giving me. And I am getting all of this under the performance tab on the seller hub if you want to look at yours. And you can do your sales this year compared to last year, which is what I pulled up. So sales via auction were $4,724. That is an increase over last year of 49.1%. So I do not use auctions a lot. $158,500 were from buy it now listings. That is our main way of listing, and both of those are up good. Now it does tell me buyer insights. So the total number of buyers we had was 3,130 buyers. That is up from 14.7% from last year. And we one-time buyers 2,935, repeat buyers 195. That is 101% increase over last year. Over 100 people more bought from us more than once this year than they did last year. Now, breakdown as far as categories. I'm just going to tell you my top 5 categories as far as money. So the number one category, totaling 6.89% of my sales, was collectibles. That was $11,241. That is Yadros, nothing but Yadros. Second in sales is collectible ornaments. I sold $7,920 in ornaments this year. That is an increase of 1,000% over last year. Our third top category is clothing, shoes, and accessories. We sold $7,463. That is a 610% increase over last year. Collectible baskets, which is going to be all the long burger I got. I sold $5,005 in baskets. That is an increase of over 1,000% over last year. And then last is Harley pins and buttons. And if you remember, I paid $600 for 600 pins. This year on eBay alone, we have sold $4,924 in Harley pins. So those were our top 5 sellers on eBay. So as far as the breakdown of the selling costs, which were $54,000, $29,700 were eBay fees. So that was 54% of the fees. Shipping labels. I spent $25,000 in postage with the post office this year. $25,000. So here, my selling cost is 33.5%. This is the only number in the red on all of my eBay numbers, and my selling cost is up by 1.1%. So we don't want to see that go up. It went up. 1.1% is not bad. So that is my summary for eBay. So I got so excited talking about everything, I forgot to tell you my approximate cost of goods is $15,000. So profit before payroll is approximately $85,000 from eBay. Here is where some surprise came in for me. The second selling platform for me was actually Etsy, and I did not see that coming. So for Etsy, we sold $11,510 this year. So almost an average of $1,000 a month. But we only were paid out $6,600. So the rest was all fees and shipping. So we only got to keep 57% of Etsy. We also marketed on Etsy, which was about $100 a month, which knocked down our money. So we took home $6,600 from Etsy. Poshmark was the second after Etsy. So really the third, because it's eBay, then Etsy. Poshmark, we sold $7,381. So about a $600 to $700 a month on Poshmark on average. And then Mercari, which, if you recall, at the end of last year, I got kicked off of Mercari. And then kind of mid-year this year, I got kicked off Facebook. So we got kicked off Mercari last year because they said we were selling inauthentic products. Couldn't tell us which product. They ended up apologizing, reinstating us. I chose to not use Mercari until I was kicked off of Facebook for listing license plates. So you are allowed to list them on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and Mercari, but you are not allowed to list them on Facebook Marketplace. So please keep that in mind. I lost my account. I still have no access to Facebook Marketplace. So on Mercari, because we started later, Mercari is coming in last, and we sold $1,695, and our actual payout was $1,340.36. So Mercari had the less fees, but Mercari also had the least amount of sales. Now, we weren't listing on there for very long, so that hopefully will come up. So that is kind of the recap. So all together, we sold about $185,000 on the online selling platform. The majority of the work is done or was done by me. That will be changing here in the upcoming year. And again, I'll talk to you about that more next week. But that was, I would say, about 75% me. Doing listings. I have been doing all the shipping with my husband, and we have had people listing to help us list. I have also been listing. So we also, and I didn't talk about this here, we have started selling on Whatnot. So we started selling on Whatnot in September, and I've made over $50,000 selling on Whatnot as well. I did get very, very lucky and found an amazing J. King sterling gemstone lot. Tons of fabulous pieces. That's a big chunk of the money. So we are doing very, very well on Whatnot, and that is kind of what has boosted me to hire an assistant to help with eBay so that I can concentrate on Whatnot a little bit more. So another 50 on Whatnot. So we've sold over $200,000 this year. So I'll talk more. I keep wanting to say my goals, but I'm going to save that for next week. So Whatnot is a brand new added platform for us to sell on. We are very happy there. Actually, my daughter loves it. Dalton loves it. My husband actually likes it. So everybody in the family really enjoys doing Whatnot, myself included. It is really fun. I get to source a ton because I sell 100 items in each sale. So we do 3 to 4. I'm trying to get up to 4 to 5 sales a week, because it is just so fun. It's so easy. It's streamlined. We sell stuff fast, and it's going great. So that is as far as the selling. As far as YouTube, I ended last year, I think I got it on January 1st of 2022. It was right after midnight. I hit 20,000 subscribers, and we are at 58,000 subscribers now. We have gained almost 40,000 subscribers on YouTube this year, which is absolutely amazing. So to all of you that have come on board with me this year, thank you so much. The majority of that, for you other YouTube content creators, the majority of it came from just a few videos that did very, very well. And most of those were research videos. The top one being teacups, got over 400,000 views. And also my vintage brooches and my vintage jewelry videos also had quite a few views. So all it takes is one big video and your channel can be catapulted. So we are coming up on, we're closing in on that 60,000. We're coming up on the 60,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. And that is really exciting. So as far as our show, we have went from having like 100 to 200 people in the chat. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we do a live, kind of a podcast style with questions. You in the audience, we answer. We have went from having 100 to 200 to having 500 to 600 most weeks on the show. So that is over doubled as well, which I'm very, very happy with. Julian, who was my co-host for over a year and a half, and Julian, if you're watching this, thank you so much. It was an absolutely fabulous time. I'm very, very sad to see you go, but I'm happy that you've got so much going on that you are moving on from it. You're growing. Julian's wife was able to quit her nursing job and join him. So I'm very, very happy and excited for them. Julian got married this year. So I now have a new show co-host, and that is Rod from Picking and Punching. He is actually another Floridian. So if we decide to do some meet and greets here coming up in the next year, it will be very, very easy and convenient for us because we only live about 2 hours apart. So that is a great, great thing. So our show has grown by leaps and bounds. But so this year has been a really, really good year overall. We were sick for over 3 months. When Dalton started school, he is like a walking petri dish. He brought home every single virus he could, and all of us were sick for 3 months. We might have had a week in between where we felt okay, and then last week he brought home a belly virus, and so we were all throwing up. It was lovely. It was, yeah, absolutely lovely. So Brad is joking he's going to buy him a bubble for school after the holiday break. It's been rough. It's been rough with everybody being sick, still trying to keep businesses running. It's been a little rough. Luckily, it's kind of been staggered. Like one of us will be sick and the other one won't, so the other one can do it. So we have managed through it, but I feel like almost the last 4 months of the year since school started, I haven't accomplished much. So I was really happy to look at these numbers, see these numbers, and know that I improved so much. Like, we have pretty much doubled our income since I went full time. And I am very, very happy with that. Again, we're going to talk about goals next week on New Year's Day. I'm not going to give it away. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you hanging out. Let me know what you think of it. $50,000 in eBay fees, right? Who could imagine? But I made $100,000. So I am not a person you will ever hear complaining about fees, but because that platform brought me 3,900 buyers. 3,900 buyers they brought to me, and I will pay them for that. I brought home almost 100,000. We are very, very close to it. So paying them 50,000, I am okay with that. Is 33% between taxes and shipping and fees. It is part of doing business. So again, if you want to track yours a little closer, try my reseller Genie. Give me some feedback, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm going to start using it myself here soon. Don't want to lie to you and say I'm using it already. I haven't had time, but I will be using it soon. And I really, really I'm happy with how this year has gone. So I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Have an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Please be safe. Please do not drink and drive during the holidays. Call a friend. Stay home. Don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive. Be safe. I will see you on the next one.